If he comes back, what should you do? After the silence, after the space, after the time apart, he's texting you again. Maybe he says he misses you. Maybe he wants to talk. Maybe he wants back in. As an older woman, you've probably lived through enough relationships to know one thing. Emotions can be deceiving. And just because he comes back doesn't mean it's the right move to let him back in easily. So today we're going to break down 7 key things older women should remember when a man comes back, using real-world examples and relationship case studies that prove why these tips matter. Let's get started. Here's the truth. Many women, especially those over 40, get caught in cycles. You invest years into a relationship. You build emotional history. And when it ends, it hurts. But there's still that door in your mind that wonders, what if he returns? In one study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, researchers found that nearly 50% of people have reconciled with an ex at least once. But here's the catch. Only 15% of those reconciliations led to long-term success. That means most people who get back together with an ex break up again. Why? Because the same issues that led to the first breakup often remain unresolved. So if he's coming back, you need to be clear-headed. You need a plan. And most of all, you need to protect your emotional energy. That's where these 7 tips come in. Number 7. Don't rush, pause, and reflect. Before you respond to his message or agree to meet up, stop. Give yourself space to think. Why did the relationship end? Have those issues been addressed? Do you really want him back, or are you just craving connection? In a 2021 study from the University of Kansas, psychologists found that people often confuse longing for connection with longing for a specific person. When you're lonely, it's easy to mistake emotional need for real compatibility. So pause, journal, talk it out with someone you trust. You don't need to decide in one day. Number 6, look for change, not just regret. Saying, "I miss you" is easy. Change is hard. If he's coming back, the big question is, what's different this time? Has he taken accountability for what went wrong? Is he offering concrete examples of how he's changed? Or is he just saying what you want to hear? A case study from the Gottman Institute, which specializes in relationship dynamics, found that successful reconciliation depends on behavioral change, not emotional promises. The couples who got back together and stayed together had one thing in common. Both partners had grown and learned from their past mistakes. Don't accept empty words. Look for real change. Number 5, set boundaries before rebuilding connection. If you want a different outcome, you need different rules. One of the biggest mistakes women make when reconnecting with a past partner is jumping back into the same habits, routines, or dynamics. Set clear boundaries. That might mean no late-night texts, no intimacy until trust is rebuilt, no emotional dumping without mutual respect. You're not punishing him. You're protecting your peace. Dr. Ramani Durvasula, a clinical psychologist and author, emphasizes that boundaries aren't about controlling others. They're about teaching people how to treat you. If he wants to be in your life again, he needs to understand and respect your non-negotiables. Number 4, assess the power dynamics. Are you still chasing? Here's a tough question. Does his return feel like a win or a rescue? Sometimes when an ex returns, it can unconsciously reinforce a pattern where the woman is always the one holding the relationship together, giving more, forgiving more, waiting longer. Don't let his return shift you back into that role. Clinical data from the American Psychological Association shows that unequal emotional investment leads to long-term dissatisfaction. Relationships where one partner consistently gives more than the other, especially in emotional labor, tend to break down. So ask yourself, is he stepping up or are you still the one making it work? If the power balance hasn't shifted, it's a red flag. Number 3, don't ignore the reasons it ended. It's tempting to romanticize the past, especially if you shared years, milestones, or deep emotional bonds. But memory can play tricks on us. It's called rosy retrospection. Studies show that we tend to remember past relationships more positively than they really were, especially when we're feeling vulnerable. So when he comes back, don't just think about the laughter or the holidays or the way he used to look at you. Think about the arguments that never got resolved, the emotional disconnect, the promises he broke, the pain you had to heal from, You're not being negative, you're being real. Reconciliation only works when both people face the truth, not the fantasy. Number 2, protect your emotional investment. Let's be honest, for older women, time and emotional energy are valuable. You've likely already been through heartbreak, rebuilding, and self-growth. You've probably invested in therapy, new routines, friendships, or even rediscovering who you are outside a relationship. If he wants back in, he needs to earn his place. A 2020 case study published in Psychology Today looked at 35 couples who reconciled after long-term breakups. The ones who succeeded didn't just fall back into love. They went slowly, kept working on themselves, and maintained separate identities even while dating again. So protect your emotional growth. Don't let someone back into your world if they threaten the progress you've made. Make sure he fits into the life you've built, not the other way around. Number 1, trust actions, not words. This is the final and most important tip. Words can be comforting. I've changed. You're the one. I never stopped loving you. But as the saying goes, talk is cheap. If he's serious about coming back into your life, it won't be about what he says. It'll be about what he does. Is he consistent? Does he follow through? Is he making time, not just sending messages? Is he showing up emotionally and mentally? Is he building trust step by step? According to research from the University of Denver's Center for Marital and Family Studies, consistency in behavior, not intensity, is the best predictor of long-term relationship satisfaction. That means it's not about grand gestures. It's about daily effort, reliability, and shared values. If his actions don't match his words, you already have your answer. Let's zoom out for a moment. This isn't just about one man or one relationship. It's about you. You've grown, you've matured, you've developed emotional strength. You've seen what you want and what you won't tolerate. So if he comes back into your life, see it as a moment of clarity, not confusion. These 7 tips aren't about saying yes or no to him. They're about helping you make a decision from strength, not fear, from clarity, not hope. Because the right man won't just come back, he'll come correct. So let's recap. Pause and reflect. Don't rush. Look for change, not just regret. Set boundaries before reconnecting. Check the power dynamics. Face the past honestly. Protect your emotional growth. Trust actions, not words. If he's truly changed, he'll respect this process. And if he hasn't, then you've already moved forward in a way that protects your peace. Thanks for watching. If this message hit home for you, leave a comment below and tell us, would you ever take an ex back? And what would he need to prove first? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another strong woman who might need to hear it. See you in the next one.